We're at the WFCA board meeting. We're in sunny California and expensive California. I'm with Mark Tollefson out of Minot, North Dakota. Mark, how you doing?
Good. Good to see you, Dave.
I've seen this guy drive dune buggies out in the desert. This guy is hell on wheels.
Oh yeah, had a lot of fun at the Mohawk Mutter back in Las Vegas, and you're pretty good yourself.
I don't know about that, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was. Talk about your operation.
We're up in Minot, North Dakota. It's our home base, and we have 4 locations in North Dakota, location in Minnesota, and 3 locations in Montana.
Business getting better?
You know, business is good. We are, of course, impacted by the oil activity in western North Dakota there, and that's really slowed up a lot, of course, with lower oil prices. You couldn't get a hotel room a year ago, and now you can get as many as you want, pretty much, and the prices have come down, and so yeah, it's impacted the housing. But
I see prices are hitting $60 now. Does that mean things are sort of inching back up again?
For 2015, it's pretty much a done deal as far as these oil companies because they budget a year in advance. But maybe 2016 they'll make a comeback again.
What's the biggest threat to your business?
Right now, I would say big boxes are definitely a threat, but we provide better service, I think, and better installers, and yeah.
It seems though, and reading a lot of stuff about the millennial, and a lot of people, the boomers and in-betweens out there, it seems like a lot of them aren't even aware that there are independent retailers out there. It seems like when they ask, where would you buy floor coverings, the big boxes are the first things that are mentioned. It seems like the impetus on independence is to communicate with these people online, I guess.
Yeah, you'd be right, Dave, on that. I've heard that too, that they interview these millennials and, where would you buy your flooring? They only know of Home Depot, Lowe's, and some of the big box stores, and they don't know the local, independent dealers. So on that standpoint, they do such a good job of, they're on TV a lot, and of course on social media and on the internet. And as independents, we need to do a better job of getting that part of the market, getting to those people.
And it seems like any local search that you do, Lowe's, Home Depot are going to show up. Anything related to anything, especially floor coverings, which is our interest. I mean, it's tough. You can't find a word that can cause you to come up first.
Right. Yeah, they're going to be at the top of those search engines.
Is that a big worry for you, though? I mean, do you think about, okay, in 2 years, how am I going to combat this?
Not really. I think if we do our job and take care of our customer, that the word of mouth, being local, now with the scare with the formaldehyde in laminate, there's a little bit of a stigma of buying products at the big box stores because, they sell these products too. And whereas the local dealer, they build a little more trust, that they've done their research and, they're not selling the consumer those type of products.
Do people ask you if this product was made in China? I mean, it seems like such a broad brush that people don't necessarily think laminate, but just anything from China is not good.
Yeah, occasionally they do, especially after the 60 Minutes, segment. There's a little more of that. And usually, again, we're able to talk to the customer and say that our products have been tested and, they're good and they trust us. So.
Talk about credit. Is credit something you use now more than in the past? And is that changing? Are needs of consumers changing as it relates to credit?
Credit was huge back when we could do the deferred payments. So no interest, no payments for a year or 18 months or 24 months. And then when the federal government stepped in and said, no, you can't do that anymore. You can only offer interest-free, but they still have to make payments. That's when financing really dropped off. It's come back some, but it's not nearly as strong as it was, say, 10 years ago when we could offer that.
What's your approach towards specials? Do you have something on special all the time?
Not really. I mean, we've got everything in our store pretty much is the guaranteed lowest price, and so every day. And so when the customer walks in, they know they can buy with confidence, and if they find it for less money in 30 days, we'll double the difference back.
Okay.
Yep.
So then they're completely relaxed about that end of the bit.
They can buy with confidence, you bet.
Gotcha. What's next? What sort of things are you contemplating to do to your business going forward?
It's ever evolving. You know, we're working on our 5-year plan right now, our 2020 plan, we call it, and where we want to be. And, WPC products right now are hot. And a couple years ago, they didn't exist. So it's always looking for what's that next product.
What's the next big thing?
Next.
Like LVT has been the hottest thing. And do you sell a lot of that?
We do, residentially, it's not as big, but on a lot of multifamily, a lot of, commercial projects, there's a ton of it that's being put in. But the consumer walking in that wants to do maybe their kitchen, do basement, not so much. The WPC product's kind of taken over that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do people, you've got everything that looks like wood. So I can assume that people really want wood, but they can't afford it?
Yeah, true. You can get wood down into those price points sometimes, especially with the birch engineered products, but they want that durability. So they want wood to wear like iron, and it's not going to. So then they find something a little more practical, like an LVT product or a WPC product. Yep.
Did you ever consider getting in maintenance?
No, we haven't.
It seems like back, 5, 6, 8 years ago, that was a really hot trend, and some of them are doing well in it, but I guess there's a lot of reasons not to be in it, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's something we really haven't considered getting into.
It seems theoretically for somebody like me who hasn't sold a square inch of any kind of floor covering, that if you sold carpet to somebody and had some sort of arrangement with them to come back in their house every 6 months, you could probably sell a lot more floor cover.
It definitely would get you your foot in the door, I think. You'd be in front of the customer every couple of years, and that's not a bad thing. It's just one more division to that many more people.
I guess the other part is you're competing with guys that have no clue what they're doing, and their prices are very low, and they're going to be out of business in 6 months. And I suppose it's still, obviously, people aren't doing it for some reason.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, anyway, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of people that are getting into the business, and even some that had and opted out at some point.
Yeah, a lot of guys have tried it and found out that it really wasn't a big money maker for them. It sounds good in theory. The thing too is that we have a really good relationship with a lot of people that are in that business, and we would burn those bridges. And we get a lot of business from them where they go in and do, let's say, a restoration job, maybe water damage, and they're contacting us and saying, hey, these people are going to need new flooring.
Okay, so that would be, as long as you can sell every once in a while out of that relationship, I think that would make it a very positive.
Yeah, definitely.
Mark, thanks so much. One quick question. You're here for the board of the WFCA. Just give me a sentence about the WFCA.
WFCA is an awesome organization. We've been members, our company's 90 years old this year.
Really?
1925. We started, and we've been members of the AFA back in the day, and then the Western Flooring Association, and now the WFCA. And we feel it's really important to have that relationship where, as an industry, as retailers, we can have a voice, advocacy, and issues in Washington, legislation, advocacy as far as promoting independent retailers. One person suggested yesterday, we were just visiting, and they said, with this scare with the formaldehyde and laminate, now might be a good time for the WFCA to step up and market the fact of go see your independent retailer. You can trust them.
Good idea. Very good idea.
Yep. And, that's something that WFCA can do. If we didn't have that organization, then how would we do it? How would we get together as a group to get it done? It's a great organization, and we're...
And there's probably always a topic that you can talk about.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
To better the lot for the independent retail.
You bet.
Mark, thanks so much for talking with us, and good luck on this meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Mark Tollefson, he is from Minot, North Dakota. We're at the WFCA board meeting in California. This is Talk Floor TV.